Hello, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scarbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. It's time for Taroscopes, and we're going to be doing the Taroscopes for the month of August 2022 for the sign of Pisces. That's Pisces moon, sun, and or rising sign. And generally, in the past, I've done a brief astrological um, uh, look, but I'm not gonna do that this time. We're just gonna do the tarot reading this time, and I'm gonna be doing something different with the astrology. So I'm using the Good Tarot to see what is up for Pisces, and then I will also be doing using one of my oracle decks, which I haven't quite decided which one. Or actually, you know what? I have something else. I have a book of days that I might use. Oh, goodness gracious. For Pisces. So uh, let me just put that aside. Okay, so let's get started here. Let's get it started. So, of course, July has been very active. And as we start August, the end of July and the beginning of August is a real watershed moment. It seems like almost every week is a watershed moment on some level, and we are, moving in. We're sort of we are evolving and becoming aware of things we haven't been aware of, and on many levels, and so it does cause disruption in the status quo, and we feel very destabilized, and that is natural for us to feel that way. Our challenge, of course, is to stay neutral through this process, which is much easier said than done. It's a good theory, but a practice is a little harder. But let's see what the cards have to say for Pisces. All right, let's see. What do we have here? We have the Three of Fire starting us off. This is this is a creative. Oh, jeez. Hold on to those cards, Dr. Skirbo. Very creative energy. This is located on the Tree of Life in Bina. Bina is the divine feminine, the womb, WOMB of the world. It's where things gestate. And fire is spirit. So this, you have been gestating something on a spiritual level or a creative level. So you are, this is a very positive card, actually. So whatever you've been working on, you've been working diligently with. Let's see what challenge is that. The Hermit. There's a part of you, and as a Pisces, who's very sensitive to the environment, right? There's a part of you that would just rather just hide out and wait for the, perhaps wait for the storm to pass. But your insights and your understanding and your knowledge and your compassion needs to be part of the change and the shift. We need that energy. And so the challenge is, how do you make yourself available in those ways that will support the change and the shift in our consciousness, and yet protect yourself? So that's a challenge. You do have to protect yourself. There are times when you have to shut down, shut off, go sit by the side of the ocean or a lake, or take a bath, whatever you have to do to recenter yourself. Pisces has to be very conscious of the environment around them at all times, because you're so absorptive. You absorb the environment. You become part of the environment. And we're in a very difficult time period. So the challenge is, how do I share my wisdom and not get destroyed in the process? Underneath it all is the sun. You are shining bright, my dear. Your light is shining. Your light is shining. And it is a 1 vibration, the 19-1 of the sun. And it's about new beginnings. It's about, moving in a new direction. Maybe because of everything that's happening, it has forced you to, you know, take up stakes and move your tent somewhere else. But ultimately, what these cards are saying, the three cards that have come up so far, is your light is shining and you're doing a good job. So avoid, if you can, trying to get caught up in fear. In the past, we have the Six of Air. This is the Six of Swords, or the Six of Air, is a balancing of the mind. So you've been working really hard, diligently, trying to find that point of peace, that point of poise. And I think it's one of the reasons why your light is shining so bright. In the sky, we have strength. Spirit wants you to know that you are strong enough to do this. You are strong enough to do this. And also, the Strength card deals with our capacity to speak our truth. Speak our truth. In the Kabbalah, the Strength card sits right in the throat, right in the energetic throat chakra. And it is about balancing expansion and contraction. It's a real balance of giving and then saying yes and saying no, right? But it's that balance, and it takes a lot of wisdom for us to find that balance, and a lot of experience. Of course, the Strength card is a Leo card, and so it's a Leo card. We have the Sun down here is a Leo energy, and of course the Sun is in Leo for most of August. So and again, it deals with our creative capacity. So this is a highly creative time for you. So as the Spirit moves you, do the creations that you need to do. In the immediate future, we have the Five of Air, the Five of Swords. In other decks, it's cruelty and the like. In this deck, it's a little less of that. But it's kind of like I'm dancing as fast as I can kind of energy in this deck. There is a need to practice balance throughout this period of time, even though it's like trying to, this, we have a ballet dancer here in this deck. She's dancing on her tiptoes. It's like trying to dance ballet in the middle of a tornado, right? It's a challenge to keep your balance. And so I say be creative, put your, shine your light, continue to shine your light. But when things get too out of control, it's time for you to step back and regain your balance. The fives in the tarot are located in Gabura, in the Tree of Life. And Gabura is the spiritual warrior. It's Mars. It's putting your foot down, or the in fact the symbol for Gabura, the sacred object for Gabura is the sword, and it's the sword of justice. So there is this discernment that's necessary to know when to cut things away and when to not. As it seemed from the outside, we have the Nine of Cups, or the Nine of Water. There's this sense when people see you or people experience you, they see somebody who is, it's very Pisces, right? I mean, what's more Pisces than a mermaid, right? Creative, generous of heart, willing to help people get what they need, what they want out of life. So you're very well loved, very, very well loved. Your domestic situation, we have the Empress. This is great. The Empress is a card of fecundity. It's a card of, it's a Venus card. It's about creative visualization. And so while there's so much chaos going in the outer world, you want to make sure that your home, that the environment around you, that you're surrounded by the things that bring you a sense of peace and what's essential in your life, and what brings you joy to a certain extent. So what I would say is that despite everything that's happening on the outside, you need to make sure that your environment is supportive of your creative potentials. This is a highly, highly creative time for you. Hopes and fears, we have the High Priestess. This is very much a Pisces card as well. The High Priestess has secrets, and there's a part of you that wants the secrets to come out. There's a part of you that worries about that, perhaps. The High Priest is about knowing and staying silent. Sometimes it's okay just to know it, and you don't have to necessarily share it. But it's worrisome for you because do you expose things or don't you expose things? Do you say something or do you hold back? I think it's a situation by. I don't think there's a right answer as to which one you choose. I think you have to be in the moment with it, and then reach into your heart and say, what does my heart say to do? Is it best to just not say anything because there's too many other things going on here that you don't want to further upset things? Or is it a key piece of information that needs to be said so that things clear up for people? So it's a case by case, I think, the hopes and fears there. We have the Two of Fire as the outcome. This is like a commerce card, really. It is in the Kabbalah, in the way that I work with the cards and the Tree of Life. This is a 1 vibration. It's a 28-1. So it's about a new something new. And I feel like there's a way in which you can commercialize your light. And I say that because, first of all, we all have to be compensated for what we give out, right? In one way or another. And it's okay to commercialize or be compensated for the light that you give. And I feel like by the end of the month there'll be an opportunity for you to further your reach through some sort of commercial venture or even a relationship, a business sort of relationship, right? A relationship that helps you to take all this wisdom that you have accrued over lifetimes. And in fact, as a Pisces, you've lived many lives. That's what gives Pisces the depth of understanding that you have, because you have been through it all on both sides of every issue. That's what, by the time we get to the end of the zodiac, you've been there, you've done it, you've been there, you've done it. So if you have Pisces in your chart, whether it's sun or moon or ascendant, there's immediately a sense of being an old soul. And sometimes that's very evident, and sometimes it's so painful that Pisces does have, because of its sensitivity, until it understands its sensitivity, it can find itself in situations where it's trying to numb that out, right? So let's see if we can pick a major arcana within 3 cards. We have the Six of Earth. This is good with the Two of Fire, certainly. A fair distribution of resources, you will be compensated for what you do. The Messenger of Air. This is the Knight of Air. And there's a bravery around the Knight of Air, but you do have to make sure that what you decide to put your actions behind is well thought out. Because what you will do is you will take on other people's karma if you're not careful. And the Messenger of Water. This is the poet. This is the messages of love. So there's a sense of going on the road with all these messenger cards, with the Six of Earth and the Two of Fire. I think you're going to take your show on the road, and something about August is going to help you do that. Underneath it, we have the Seven of Earth. You may feel like you're not ready quite yet, and maybe you do have to prune a few things. get rid of a couple of things that are holding you back. But then we have the Chariot, which is your soul's journey, and the King of Earth, which says you will be supported through your soul's journey. So if you have any doubt that what you have to offer, that you may or may not be able to make a living or live in a way that is necessary for your sense of well-being and your sense of peace, you don't have to worry. It's all it's here. It's you have it. You possess it already. And the outside world is losing its mind. But as long as you keep your heart, you should be fine. I'm not gonna lie. Things are very, very challenging at this time in the world, and we can't necessarily just think that, oh, everything's going to be all right. There are actions we need to take, but the actions that we need to take are the actions that are closest to the actions that need to be taken are the actions when we align ourselves to spirit. When we align ourselves to our own spirit and our own knowledge and our own compassion and our own understanding. So I just opened this is a book by Eileen Caddy, Open Doors Within. It's 365 days meditation from Findhorn. I don't know if you know where Findhorn is, in Scotland. Anyway, so I just opened the book to a page. And I'm going to just read it. And it's June 20th. It just happens to be the day I opened up. It says, how vitally important is your right attitude to giving? Give quietly and confidently, and above all, do it with love and joy. Anything that is given begrudgingly carries with it the wrong vibrations, and therefore the perfect cannot come out of it. See that everything you do is done with love, even if you do not fully understand what it is why you are doing it. The most ordinary, mundane job, when done with love, can bring wonderful and amazing results. So let the love flow freely with everything you undertake. Realize that what you are doing is needed, and that no job or action is too small or insignificant. When all souls give their very best, the weight and responsibility do not fall on the shoulders of the few. The burden is lightened for the whole until it is no longer a burden, but a real joy and pleasure. Watch your attitude and contribute to the joy and smooth running of the whole. Perfect, Pisces. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe. If you would like a reading with me, you can contact me at my website, theseedsoftransformation.com. There is a link below. I do astrology, Kabbalah, numerology, and a combination reading called a Kabbalistic life reading. It is the type of reading that can change your life. So if you're interested in something like that, or you need some guidance, we can look to the stars for sure. All right, guys, have yourself a wonderful month. You guys are going to be fine. Shine your light, shine your light, shine your light. Much love, everyone. Namaste.